Alright, so when you do the delta math, like I said in my notes video, they don't have example videos. I believe they still have examples that you can look at, but they don't have videos. So I thought I'd go through one example for you guys on delta because they do this weird thing where they put a box by the angle that they're referring to. So that means an angle. Obviously, you see the degree, so you are smart people, but still just trips you up a little bit. So anyway, so we've got triangle STU where we've got the side length U is equal to 84 inches, side length S is equal to 13 inches, and angle T is 165 degrees. So the way I see this is I've got a triangle, an obtuse triangle, where one of the sides is, or one of the angles is significantly longer than the others, and that is angle T, which is 165 degrees. But this is STU, so STU. And we know that that means that this side over here is going to be little s, and we know that little s is 13 inches long. And we know that U is 84 inches long. So U, and that is 84 inches long. From here, we have lowercase t, and that is unknown. And this is what we're going to try to solve for this problem. So, in this case, find the length of t to the nearest inch. Let's go ahead and do that. So, law of cosines states whichever the thing that we're focusing on, that is what we need to use out front. So we're focused on angle t and side t because we're trying to solve for t. So that's going to be t squared equals, and in this case t squared equals, well, it's going to be the other two side lengths squared. So it's going to be s squared, which is 13 squared, and then add it to the other side, which is 84 squared, minus 2 times those side lengths, so times 13 and times 84, and then that is going to be times the cosine of the angle that we know. So that is 165 degrees. From here, it's just solving and doing some calculations. So we've got t squared, 13 squared is 169, 84 squared is 7,056. When we do 2 times 13 times 84, I get 2,184. And then it's going to be multiplied by the cosine of 165. And that is negative 0.9659. I'm going to round that to not 0.966. Now, as I said in the note video, there's a negative and a negative being multiplied by each other, so we need to make sure that we apply that below. So now we've got t squared equals 169 plus 7,056. That is equal to 7,225. Now remember, negative times negative is a positive. So positive 2,184 times 0.966. And that gives us 2,109.744. I'm just going to round it to one decimal, so 0.7. Keep it going. T squared equals 7,225 plus 2,109.7, and that gives me 9,334.7. Gonna need a little bit more room. And then you know that once you have t squared, we need to take the square root of both sides, and we're left with t equals the square root of 9,334.7, and that gives us 96.616. So I actually need to round to the nearest inch, so I need to round up to 97 inches long. That is the side length up here. So T is no longer an unknown. I apologize, I just ruined that side. We know that T is equal to 97 inches, which makes sense because an angle of 165 degrees is going to be the longest side length corresponding to it. And there you have it. Start with your delta problem, and in this case I would write 97 here, and I made it so you have 3 attempts, so sometimes it's finicky and really picky about what the format is that you write your answer in, so just writing in the number 97 should be good. And yeah, you guys rock. Thanks for doing your work.